Hey guys, welcome to PQ, where we watch and talk about music as classical musicians.
And welcome to our second video on Friday. As we promised, we are going to listen to the same title but this time we are jumping 5 years ahead, and this is the Beatles version. It's not the same song as based on what we read. It just happened to have the same title. This whole idea is from Michael, one of our supporters on Buy Me a Coffee, but also Jeff separately requested this Beatles song. So we thank you both for your support and for your song request. If you haven't checked out the first video, we'll listen to the Dave Clark 5 but now we are gonna jump to the Beatles. We are obviously very excited. We have a full playlist on Beatles, and we can link it here for you guys. This is also from the Abbey Road. I feel like we are listening to Abbey Road very sporadically, and I see your comments a lot that this should be listened back to back in just one full video. I mean, we would love to do that, but that's gonna be a very long video. So maybe in the future, once we reacted to most of them, I don't know, maybe we can have a special video or something. We're working on it because we would also love to listen to at least one side of it back to back and then the other side. So we'll see what happens, but we hear you and we will have that idea in mind to maybe do it in the future. But anyway, I would say let's go ahead and listen to this. Is also a short song, so we are excited as always to see what Beatles did in a very short amount of time, and hopefully we will be surprised as always.
Turns me on because the world is round. Because the wind is high, it blows my mind. Because the wind is high.
Let's just break here. I think this is very short verses going back to back. So just again, for copyright sakes, just a little pause here. Oh my God, first of all, what a harmony progression. I would definitely I have to look at the chords at the end of this song. It really felt I don't know what chords they were using. I can't my ears are not that good to oh, okay, this is that chord, this is that chord. But it just felt like I am just thrown into somebody's mind, and then they have all of these thoughts that they're just going around, or in a not real world, in a I don't know, fictional world, that is just everything is just swirling around you. The way that the harmonies were the rhythm of it, first of all, all the, I guess, 8 notes, dun, 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 1, 2, eight notes, but also the way that a harmony would move, in the very last beat of every measure, if it's in 4/4, we would change it, but then the next measure was not what you predicted harmony wise. I was waiting for a little bit of a cadence, but it never arrived. So I don't know, the whole thing was so weird, but in a really good way. I really enjoyed it so far, but I would definitely want to listen more and look at the chords at the end.
Yeah, I agree with you with the brain thing. I had, as you said, I had the thought that it could be perfect to one of the Rick and Morty's episodes when you're in yeah, the mind of somebody, or you're in a very weird world. But I think this is one of my favorite songs from the Beatles until now. From the songs that we heard, I love them. I love so much, so many of them. But this is one of the most different, and also I think one of my most. It will be one of my most favorite songs from them, and not harmony wise definitely, but at some aspects that it had, it reminded me of a little like baroque music. First of all, this the instrument that they started with, and also it was the whole time there. It reminded me of the harpsichord. I don't know if it is harpsichord here, or it's just synthesizer or something, but it reminded me of a harpsichord. And also the thing that they were playing, the theme was like da ra 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 da ra da ra ra la la.
Yeah, exactly.
It was like the two counterpoint. It was like composed in the counterpointic way. It was written at least this theme that this instrument was playing. It was taught in a horizontal way, so that it's like one thing is just like that, like something to make the space full, and it's not that important, but the main line is like da-da,
the last beat,
da-da, like that. Yeah, and this happens a lot, especially in Baroque music, at least in violin. You have like some chords or arpeggios, but the main line that you have to listen to, and it comes out if you play it right, it will be just like these lines, one or two lines that is like da da la, like that. Yeah, that the whole thing reminded a little me of maybe Baroque music.
Yeah,
or
interesting. Interesting take. Yeah, you're right. The color of that instrument, because I think my brain went to guitar, but now that you mention it, it's not.
Now that you mention
a guitar, yeah, it's like a weird color actually. It's like it could be some kind of harpsichord. I'm not sure if they use that, but
it could be also guitar. I think actually it was a guitar.
I'm just guessing,
but it just had this color of the voice of harpsichord.
Or maybe I'm also wondering if it's just one instrument. Maybe it's a blend of guitar and like a synthesizer in the back. I don't know. It can also be. We can listen to it more carefully now and then maybe look it up later. But yeah, you're right. It just also has that. I don't know. The whole thing is just very, very interesting.
Love is new. Love is all, love is you. Because the sky is blue, it makes me cry. Because the sky is blue.
That's the end. Oh my god.
Oh
I feel like the ending just always is like, you are shocked. Let's wait until the ending.
But I think that was one of the worst ones. I was like, I was, because it's like they take you to a very, very weird world. And then they just let you there, and then they left. And you're like, I'm here. What should I do now?
Yeah, exactly. Okay, let's listen to that ending one more time.
Oh no. That doesn't feel good.
No. Oh my god, the whole thing is just trying to like basically like bring you to an edge of like listening, like, or like waiting for a cadence or a moment of relief, but then the cadence would not come. Like, so there's no like resolving of anything, I feel. And then the ending of it was, I feel like, the worst part, because as you said, it's just like, I don't know, I feel so weird right now.
Yeah.
Like listening to that
also
whole thing.
me, the whole thing had like, I don't know, 10 different feelings together. Like every 1 second the feeling was changing, and it had like, I don't know, the brightness, the darkness, fear, not fear, I don't know what's the opposite of non-fearing, relaxing, chilling, everything together, and everything opposite together. Like you could feel the light and the, not hope, but just the light and very light feeling, and then in 1 second the darkest feeling with the change of the harmony. Or you could feel afraid but then like relax at the same time, or a little later. So it had completely like the feeling of paradox, and like the conflict that everything that was there, the opposite of it was also there, and just switching like too fast. And also about that mysterious instrument, it also sounded, I'm not, I don't think it's a sitar, but it sounded also at least towards the end like sitar also. Like at least they tried to make it like sound a little maybe Eastern, or like, I don't know, because then at the end an instrument also played that it was either a percussion or also had something to do with wind, like maybe a percussion that works with wind, or
I
maybe
think
a
it was a
instrument.
synthesizer. You mean after the pause,
Okay.
that kind of brassy instrument? I'm pretty sure that was a synthesizer.
No, not that. That was playing the same melody as the guitar or the synthesizer. No, not that, because that was actually, I think, a wind instrument, that like a real instrument. But at the end, I don't know. It had a little. Not the melody or something, but it had it reminded me of a little like Indian music. It just was 1 second of this feeling, then it was gone. And but I don't know, it had a little also like East and the West also feeling into it, even though you couldn't say that it's Eastern music, like effect. Or
that's true. The harmonies are just crazy. I mean, no wonder, like honestly, no wonder we had this feeling. I think except for like a couple, there's not a single triad like major minor. And also I cannot place like in my head like what key we're in, because I mean it starts with C sharp minor, which is like, okay, this is like a normal key to be in, but then and then it goes to some weird chords like D sharp minor 7 flat 5, which I actually like, it's hard to like picture it in my head. I actually had to look it up because it takes time for me to kind of like that. This, what is that? And then G sharp 7, and then we have A major, hallelujah, and then we have back to C sharp minor, and then A7, and then B13, like all these like weird chords that I don't know, like A9, so many like 9, 13, so many diminished chords, and it actually ends with a D diminished 7, so like that, and then I think that's, or this, I actually don't know what D diminished 7 does. That is talking about the D being diminished and like a 7, so that would be it in that case. So I think that's why there is no feel of resolution, obviously, because like they did not want you to feel that. So it was, I think, one of the most amazing songs I've ever heard, like harmony wise, but also the arrangement of how it goes. Yeah, I don't know how to honestly describe that. It's just very, as you said, like it felt like very distant, something, I don't know, it felt like they're very like far distant, like the whole thing is happening, but at the same time the arrangement was felt also kind of intimate. So back to your comment that everything felt like a paradox, because like felt intimate because there's not a lot, and then there were so many layers of voice, so I think they just recorded themselves over and over again. There was no like singer and then backing vocal again, same thing as the This Morning song that we'll listen to, but it also, like, I don't know, the lyrics were super like simple and super minimal, so that felt okay, this is like something simple. But at the same time, the arrangement and the harmony were like not simple at all, super complex. So yeah, I think that you described it perfectly. Like it can be everything and nothing at the same time. It's just, yeah, basically. And I heard that, I read that the original story of this song started from like them thinking about like the Moonlight Sonata by Beethoven, going backwards with the chord progressions. So, but then they also changed it a lot. So actually that also starts with C sharp minor, so maybe that's why like they started with the ending. I don't know how much of that sonata they took to like go backward, like, but that one doesn't feel this weird to me, maybe because it doesn't go backwards. So maybe that's the thing, that is really like no resolution at all. I don't know, there's so many questions about this song. We're gonna go definitely listen to it a lot more, and I'm interested to go and look at that Beethoven sonata and then compare that, but also look up these chords like with a lot of time to really be able to analyze it. But yeah, that was such a weird song, but I think in the best way possible. I thoroughly enjoyed it. So that was definitely a unique experience, even by the Beatles, that are like known for surprising us here, because obviously
exactly.
we were not that familiar with their works, but
there
still,
is no time that I listen to Beatles and I'm like, oh yeah, it's a normal song, and every time I get surprised, but this time I'm like, no, this is so much out of the surprise zone.
Beyond
even in the surprise.
Yeah, so that was definitely an interesting experience. So we want to thank you, Michael and Jeff, for suggesting this song, and we hope you guys enjoyed listening to it as well. Don't forget to like this video and subscribe to our channel if you haven't already. If you want to support us more, there's a Buy Me a Coffee link in the description, and we'll see you guys tomorrow. Bye.